Today I'll be demonstrating on how to milk a goat. This is a very good girl, so there's not much to it. And first thing I do is make sure there's no foreign stuff stuck to the titties. The teats, they're good. You see how she's spreading when I do this, how this joint is coming out? She's opening up. She's letting down. Yeah. First couple of squirts always take a little to get going. She's very swollen from all the milk. So you want to make sure everything goes in. So the way to milk is to put your fingers around, and now this is a little balloon of milk, and it can't go back up because I've pinched it, and then I squish it and it comes out. Many ways of pinching. I love Queenie because she's got really big teeth. I can use my whole hand. I have some other girls that I have to do with my fingers. Yeah. So you can do like that, or do like that, or like that. Different ways. So if you've got a girl who can be milked with the regular full hand approach, then maybe something else will work, some other configuration. Now it's starting to let. So that's another thing. I have goats who are letting down, but they don't let down completely. So you get the first little squirts, but you get only the little squirts. You don't get this stage. Where suddenly the milk, it starts deeper, it's more volume, and it really gets going. So I almost retired a girl, because I only go like a cup, only about a cup of milk out of her the first year. But she was okay, otherwise I had room, so I kept her. And now she's my second best milker, because now she is letting down her milk completely. She just didn't do it the first year. And it turned out that she had a trick. She gets really swollen in the morning, and it's painful for her. So when I try to milk her, I have to tease it out, which then takes too long, and then she really doesn't wanna, and it's this cycle of taking too long, her not wanting to be there, that she didn't want to let her milk down. So this year, I looked at it and like, I don't want to do this again. It's not good for my hands either, because that teasing the milk out takes forever, and it's painful. So instead, in the first 5 seconds on one teat and 5 seconds on the other teat, I let her buckling drink the first bit. He takes the pressure off, I stick her back in the stall, and then I milk her out, and I get over a quart each morning, even while sharing with the buckling. She's much happier, she lets down completely, and she doesn't kick anymore. So now we get onto the kicking the bucket. That means something is off. And it's a way for them to show their not appreciation. And to break a habit, you've got to figure out why they kick the bucket. And in my case, it was often either they're bored, so I stick something in their feet to slow them down. I put in like flour, which they don't like, or I put in sheep mineral mix, which they don't like, and they try to eat around it. So that works. Gives me time. They are distracted, and I can keep working. But with that girl I was just talking about, that wasn't enough. So I clipped all my nails just to make sure I wasn't pinching her, and that wasn't it either. Well, it was the being so swollen that it hurt. So putting the little buckling on really helped in her habit of kicking over the bucket. I also for a little while used horse hobbles to tie down her back legs. The one leg goes in the regular way, the second leg goes in the regular way, but then I do half a knot and tie it to the edge of my milking stand, to the tall leg. And then she can't move her legs. She didn't like that. So I had to do that 2 or 3 times, and then she made the connection, and now she's only fidgety if she runs out of food or if I do something stupid. Okay, one of the teeth has run down. The other one is still going. This is also quite normal. Not all goats have the same volume of mammary glands on either side. I have it with both of them. That the one side is a little different than the other. And even funnier, sometimes it switches from the ear. And it's totally fine to switch hands, but you did see here it feels different. So if you've got a flighty goat, let her know. This is a very bomb-proof one. And now, how to tease out a little more. Hit a couple times, and she's all swollen again. The baby goats do this, and you'll see them. They will headbutt her right in the udder, and her feet will leave the ground. She will be completely up in the air. So a couple of slaps on her udder are not gonna do anything. There you go. So you do that a couple times until it doesn't really do very much anymore. And I'm done. And that's how long it takes to milk one goat. One very good goat. And this, you put somewhere safe so they don't knock it over when, I don't know, the unexpected happens. Because one day, the unexpected will always happen. Hey, Queenie. And there she goes. So there we have the whole bunch. There's my Bucky, and my Audrey, and my Granny, and my Queenie.
My Audrey.
Well, I'm the one who's feeding her. And there are her 2 little dolings who are trying to figure out where all the good stuff went. Oh, hi Bucky. So there's my other goat. And another one. So we've got 5 adults and 5 kids. Hi, baby. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Talk to you later. Oh, and then there's always pests in the barn. And for that we have Casper. He's very good, as you can see.
And he always wants attention.
Yep, he does. Of course, I was talking about that pest.
Hey! Well, there are always rats in here.
There are. It is a very good idea to have a dedicated barn cat in the barn. I'm very glad we have one. We don't have dogs on the property, so we have to do with Casper. Casper the friendly ghost. Which is very, very friendly now.
He's been like this ever since I stopped chasing him around.
Oh, how unusual. Who would have expected that? Hi! Oh, so one thing, if you're doing your own milking, I have a separate stall. I have the kids with the goats, as you can see. So in the evening, I tell the girls to go to a separate stall. I only have to do it 3 or 4 times, and if I do the identical same routine 3 or 4 times in a row, they'll figure it out. So I have food over there, and before I feed anybody over here, they go to their food, and then everybody in here gets their food. So then overnight they're split up, and then in the morning they go to the milking stand, they're being milked, and then the rest of the day they're with their kids again.